Good morning. It's Tuesday, October 28th, 2014. I'm Steve Miller, and this is the Asia Brief. Late Monday, South Korean prosecutors called for the death penalty in the trial against Lee Joon-seok, the captain of the ill-fated Sewol ferry that sunk in April, killing more than 300, many of whom were high school students. They cited his negligence and failure to rescue passengers as grounds. Prosecutors also requested life sentences for 3 other key crew members, also on trial for the same charge. Prison terms ranging from 15 to 30 years were also requested for the 11 other crew members standing trial. Quote, "The captain made no rescue efforts after issuing a broadcast asking passengers to stay in their cabins. He didn't organize any rescue operations after leaving the ship," said the Yonhap news agency, quoting prosecutors. The death penalty is the maximum legal sentence in South Korea, but there's been a de facto moratorium on capital punishment, and the nation has not executed anyone since December 1997. Japanese officials traveled to Pyongyang, North Korea Monday to receive an update on their investigation into the fate of abducted citizens. The delegation will hold discussions over a 4-day period. Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga said the delegation will be headed by Juniichi Ihara, Director General of the Japanese Foreign Ministry's Asian and Oceania Affairs Bureau. North Korea said that there have been no developments in their investigation and invited the Japanese delegation for a complete briefing on the matter. That proposal was met with warranted skepticism by several Japanese lawmakers. One of the abductees, Megumi Yokota, whose life has been portrayed in multiple films, was 13 when she was kidnapped by North Korea. The DPRK released photographs of her before claiming she committed suicide in 1993. Now, there are reports emerging that she's still alive. Roaring Currents, the South Korean film depicting the naval victory by Admiral Yi Sun Sin over Japanese forces during the Imjin War, has become the nation's highest-grossing film of all time. Much of its popularity stems from tugging on the heartstrings of national pride and the lingering animosity towards the Japanese occupation. A new film seeks to follow in its footsteps, touching on a more controversial subject: the women used as sex slaves during World War II. Spirit's Homecoming stars veteran actress Son Suk and a cast of Korean, Japanese, and Japanese actors. It began filming last week, and the project has been stalled for over a decade, but moved forward once Son agreed to star. Most of the actors and crew are participating without a salary. Chinese and Japanese officials are set to meet this week for informal discussions on preventing territorial disputes erupting into armed conflict. Japan's Sasakawa Peace Federation, which has been involved in such talks over previous years, is hosting the forum amid fears of an armed conflict near the disputed islands Japan controls. There will be 2 days of talks in the Chinese capital, followed by 2 more meetings that will be held in either Japan or China in the coming months. A report is expected early next year, according to the foundation. Quote, "We're hosting the meeting ahead of a resumption of official talks between defense authorities and hope to help deepen communication between the 2 sides and create a positive atmosphere for bilateral relations," said Foundation official Yu Zhan. Thank you very much for joining me today. Follow the Asia News Weekly Twitter and Facebook feeds for more news. The Asia Brief is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International License.